howling for you.
Hi, and welcome to our latest edition of WolfcastTV. You'll notice a few things different. Number one, my partner Chris is no longer on this side. Thank God. But he is holding the camera, so I have to be nice to him. But you can tell we're on location right here at 3 Broisseurs, where the Toronto Wolfpack have made their first visit back to Toronto for the 2018 season, where they face off against the Swinton Lions this Saturday. But to open things off, there is a press conference right now. So we're going to go in, we're going to check it out. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to a few players and maybe even talk to a few season ticket holders after that. Stay tuned. So here with Blake Wallace in the second season with the Toronto Wolfpack. So start off with an easy question. How are you finding 2018 different than 2017?
The standard of footy is a lot higher. Last year was the level we were playing at. We were winning, quite convincingly last year, and this year the standard's a lot higher. So the games are a lot closer, which is good because it makes us better football players. So I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully we just keep it up.
So basically you're saying is that last year you really didn't try at all and you're just able to skim through, and this year you actually have to put in an effort.
I'm not saying we didn't try, but yeah, it is what it is. We're at a high level this year, and we've got to be on the ball week to week. We can't afford to be off the pace because teams will hurt us.
The competition, obviously, like I said, has been very, very tough. The one thing that's impressed me through the first half of the season is you have a great record of 10-1-1, top of the table, yet every week there's like people being added to your team and to track it. How hard is it when you don't have the same group of guys to play with?
I think it's probably a credit to us, to be able to have guys drop out through injury or whatever it may be, and have guys come in and fill that role, and we don't really lose anything. We hold our own, and we've got good depth across the park, which it gives the coach and staff confidence because they know if they do get an injury, they've got someone that's willing to put their hand up and get a job done for them. So I think it's a good thing.
Perfect. Now, obviously, you've experienced what happened last year here in Toronto. Some of the players have not. I know it's difficult that playing half the season not in front of your home crowd. What advice would you give to some of the new Toronto Wolfpack players about the city of Toronto and about the fans here?
I can't speak of the place highly enough. The boys, they sort of ask us what's it like, and that, and I'm like, you can't really describe it until you're there and you witness it. So, we get a good run of 8 games where we get to play at home in front of the home crowd, and going into the 8s at the end of the year, I think it's a massive thing for us, and the boys can't wait to get out there because in playing in front of 8,000 people at home, there's not much better.
Well, fantastic. Well, again, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and good luck the rest of the season.
No worries. Thanks for having me on the show.
Take care. Bye. We're here with Simon, the kid man for the Toronto Wolfpack. First of all, welcome back again to Toronto.
Thanks, mate. It's really, really good to be back here. It was a very nice and very familiar drive back from the airport to see the tower, and we are really glad. And we brought the sunshine with us, I noticed, as well, so which is great.
Yes, we'll give you full credit for the sunshine there. Now, these guys are doing a fantastic job this year, out to a 10-1-1 start. But behind the scenes, to me, it appears that there's a lot of differences. How would you rate the challenges from last year being a first-year team to this year, where you have players coming in and out of the lineup almost every week?
Yeah, it's certainly the Championship, the league that we're in now, is a different animal altogether from League One. Every team in the Championship does create and does sort of cause, or can cause, potentially cause the Wolfpack a lot of problems. They're good sides in their own respect. So obviously Paul Rowley and the coaching staff have recruited accordingly, bringing in some of the newer players. We've had to obviously let some of the other players go, and that's what happens in professional sport. As they say, there is no sentiment in sport. So, but we wish the guys, everybody's sort of gone and left. The guys that have gone on good terms. The new guys have come in, added to the group, and everybody at the moment, things are going really well, and we seem to have settled in very well.
So now that we have the kit man, we got the man behind the scenes here, we're going to get really into some dirt. So, who is the pickiest out of all the players for their stuff?
Well, we have a number. It's if I just say I normally tell people it's easier taking a group of 6-year-olds to the coast than looking after these guys. But that said, they're a good group. The pickiest, I'm going to go with Adam Sidlow. He's always moaning about his socks. Adam obviously being a big human being has big feet really, and Kappa, our kit supplier, have provided the biggest socks that they have. But Adam always tends to find and relatively and usually accuses me of shrinking the socks when I wash them and dry them. So it tends to be that we provide Adam with a new pair of socks every week.
Has to be. Now, you bring up the socks. By the way, they are a phenomenal hit. Those black and white stripes it's gone viral. So I can understand why you might be a little particular about them. But we won't say anything about men with big feet. But other than that, what are you looking forward to, not only for the rest of the season, but also about playing back home in Toronto?
It's just going to be great. I mean, it's unprecedented. It seems as though, and it's obviously the fact that we've been on the road for probably 12, 13 weeks now. And it's the first time a team would have ever played 12 or 13 consecutive away fixtures. Normally there's a bit of a respite. We can come home for a week and you're in familiar surroundings. So when I say it is really, really great to get back to Toronto, it really, really is great to get back to Toronto. The 8-week block that we've got coming up, obviously we're just here for a flying visit at the moment for the Swinton game. But then we go back to England, the 3 games. They've got Warrington, which is a fabulous game, a massive game in the Challenge Cup. Magic weekend again, superb coverage for the Wolfpack to play Toulouse up there. And then the big bash, summer bash, which is Lee, the old foes for and they'll be out to exact revenge, no doubt, after the opening game when we beat them at their place. So to get back then after that, here for the 8-week stint as a kit man, I'm really looking forward to it.
I can see it, and you're absolutely right. Since I'm not part of the team, I can say you embarrassed Lee that first week, and we look forward for you to doing it again. Coming up, big set of games. We wish you and the team the best of luck over them, and we can't wait once again to see you back in Toronto for that 8-week block.
That's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. It's lovely to see you, and we look forward to bringing the Wolfpack some wins this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care. And we're here with returning Ryan Brierley from last year. Ryan, welcome back again to Toronto.
Welcome back. It's good to be back.
Now, this year, things are obviously a lot different from last year. You have some new responsibilities. How is that transitioning in terms of being responsible for the kicking?
Yeah, it's something that's been a hard task, but something I'm enjoying. I think you ask everyone who knows me, I'm probably the first on the training field and last off it. The hours I put into my game, not just kicking, but my game in general. It's something I pride myself on. I always want to be the last off the training field, so it's something that's been tough, but something I'm probably getting better at and probably relaxing into the role a lot more comfortably. Like I say, asking the boys, I do practice hard, so the ones I miss, I am working on.
Well, looking at it, the one thing that I've noticed is during the game, in terms of kicking like downfield or kicking out of bounds, your knowledge of the game, your rugby league IQ, so to speak, is phenomenal. Really love in terms of the kicks in that regard. Is that something that just comes naturally to you, or is it something that you have to continually work on?
I think all the boys give me a bit of stick about how much of a nerd I am. So I do study the game quite a lot. I watch a lot of rugby league on TV and go to live games as well. So it's something what you just learn from probably other players. This year in particular, Paul and Aggie Finney, they put a lot of time into my game management type of thing. So when our forwards are tired, put the ball out, give them a rest, and it's something you get the feel of it during the game, whether you can put the ball out, whether you got the momentum or things like that. So it's something what you pick up every week. I'd say I'm probably a lot more mature than I was even last year. I'd say I'm growing into the role, a lot more responsibility, and I'll say I'm the player when things get pressured and a bit hectic. I'm the player I'm called upon. So it's all part of my job, and again, it's not something out of the ordinary. I'm just doing my job for the team, and hopefully the guys appreciate it, especially the big lads when they're tired.
Well, speaking about your job in the team, the other part of the kicking game is obviously, in terms of the scoring there and doing conversions. Now, sometimes it's been a bit hit and miss. So the first question I have to ask is, you realize that you have to hit it between the posts, right?
I'm trying. No, it's been a steep learning curve. I've actually never goal kicked before. I've had a couple of shots when players have been injured and stuff, but it's not something I've ever been consistent at. So it's not so much the kicking, the striking. What's the issue at the moment? Obviously, the last few games have been a lot better, but especially during the mid part of the season, it was more the.
Come and join us, Cory.
It was more the environment and the pressure situation was going to be the issue. Just about how we struggled with you not playing.
I told him that if he realised you had to kick it between the posts.
7 from 7, wasn't it, last week? Sorry about that.
I'm humble though. I don't mention it. It's humble.
See, sometimes we have off days, sometimes we have good days. Trust me, I know from experience.
I'm with you. I'm a bit straight about.
No, but see, last time I said something good about Cory got hurt. So that's why I can't say anything good about you, even though it was a phenomenal performance last week by the first year time. That first half last week was phenomenal. And how hard is it? Like I mentioned to Cory earlier, you have players coming in and out all the time. And yet these guys are playing even better as the season goes on. How are you accomplishing that?
Yeah, it's a very fast revolving door as such, but I think when you're moving at such a pace, you just kind of get used to it. I think no matter who plays in what position, I think, I said before, all the boys, it's like playing with your best mates every single week, so you trust every one of your friends to do the right job. Whether anyone's out of position, whether he was rocked up 5 minutes late, 5 minutes early, to a different stadium, away fans down a hill, whether it's raining, snowing, if you trust the person at the side of you, you won't go far wrong.
Okay, let's say it's tomorrow night, you finish your practice for the day, I sneak you, so Coach Brierley doesn't know, so I sneak you both out of your rooms. Where would you take Cory?
I would take him to Belfast on King Street.
And what will you have there?
It's like a bar. It's a really nice, friendly environment. I'm sure. Well, it's one of the boys' favourite spots, so I'm sure it'll be a nice place for Cory to experience.
Perfect. Well, I want to wish you both good luck.
So where I take you?
Well, actually, since you've been experienced here in Toronto, where would you take him?
I take him Niagara Falls and have a beautiful sunset picture together.
Sorry, you said you would push him over the falls?
Yeah, look after me.
Look after the boys. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great. Thank you so much, and best of luck to you the rest of the season. Looking forward to better things.
I'll give you a little shout out. I think the exposure you guys give us is outstanding. Back home in the UK, to have the constant tweets, media exposure, outstanding. So keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. So here with Josh McCrone, captain of the Toronto Wolfpack. First of all, is this your first time in Toronto?
Yeah, so this is my second night, so everything's going pretty smoothly at the minute, yeah.
Right, well, welcome to Toronto. It's been a really crazy first half of the season. From an athlete's perspective, you have a fantastic record of 10-1-1, yet all those games have been played away from home. How difficult is that?
It's been funny. So the whole experience of playing rugby league in north of England for me is new, but it sort of seems normal now. So I just can't wait to get over here to Toronto and Lamport Stadium, and that can be our new normal. And really ram home this home ground advantage, because it has been tough getting booed a lot and being on the wrong side of penalty counts. But I'm looking forward to getting over here and enjoying the atmosphere that Toronto is.
Well, Toronto fans love them already. We blame the refs for everything. But and also, it's not only in terms of playing away from home. You've had a number of players come in, come out, and so lineups have been juggling. When it comes to playing with something like that, how difficult is it with the not having that continuity?
It can be difficult at times, especially myself being new to a club and coming into a new system. And Rolls likes to play a fairly attacking brand of football, so it's something that's new to a new system, different that I've been playing previously. So that in itself's hard, but then having people come in and out, we lost Bob Beswick there for a little while as hooker, was fairly key position, but Andy Acker stepped up to the plate and was fantastic. Q was enormous for us at the start of the year. we brought in Gaz, and Gaz has done a great job since then. So it's sad to see Q go, but that juggling act's been good. But I feel like we're just starting to get a bit of continuity there, where especially the last month of football, we've been playing some good football and building towards something big.
Now, being the captain of the team, first of all, great honor. Congratulations on that. And there's usually, whenever you get more than 4 or 5 people in a group, there's always that one, kid that you always have to keep in line. So who on the Wolfpack is that one kid that you have to keep reeling in?
So you said 1 in every 4 or 5. I think the squad's about 25 at the minute, so I'd say we'd be lucky enough to have 2. So, they're lucky enough to travel to training together each day. So I'd love to be a fly in the window in their car. But Johnny Parnell and Sam Hopkins, mate, they're interesting characters.
Yeah, we have a lot of experience with Johnny Parnell from last year. No worries. We understand exactly where you're coming from. Although he was right on one thing, it's a lot easier to drive in the UK than it is in Toronto. Have you had that experience yet?
I'm not game to jump behind the wheel yet. I'll stick to the left. Every time I go across the road, I keep looking the wrong direction. I'm going to get cleaned up here eventually, but hopefully I'll work it out. I'll start turning to my left, not the right.
No worries. For everybody in Toronto, while Josh is in town, drive on the left-hand side. Just make it easier for him. Now, the next few weeks, not taking anything away from Swinton, they're a championship league team. They're difficult, but once you move past that, you have a very strong set of games that could very well determine a lot of how you face or place in the season. How are you looking forward to the games against Lee and Toulouse, and not to mention the Challenge Cup against the Wolves?
Yeah. Sorry. It's something that we talked about this month, block being big for us, massive for us, and Halifax was the start of it for us, and I think we put our best foot forward there. It's the best display we've had all year, so especially defensively, I don't know if it's been mentioned externally, but we really probably give our forwards a bit of a grilling there, and they stepped up. They were massive for us. They laid the platform for us against Halifax, so I think if we can keep stepping forward from what we did there, I'm excited where we can go. Not just against against Warrington, but against the likes of Lee and Toulouse, and everyone else we have to play there. Like the Lee and Toulouse are great teams, but there's not too many easy games in the championship at the moment. So.
Well, again, it's been a fantastic first half. We look for bigger and better things in the second half. We wish you all the best of luck, and thank you for coming back to Toronto.
Thanks for the hospitality. It's been awesome, and it's only been 2 days, so I can't wait till it's been a week.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed part 1 of Wolfcast TV's Home Again edition. We had a great time putting it together. Always a pleasure meeting the Wolfpack family. Special thank you obviously go to Josh McCrone, Ryan Brierley, Cory Patterson, Simon Gelder, and Blake Wallace. Also to Scott Lidbury, Jon Pallet behind the scenes, who've helped us out. And a special shout out to David Argyle, owner of the club. You always make us feel welcome, and we can't thank you enough for that. Also, one other mention, our recruiter for the night, Bertie Mag, thank you so much for all your help. You are definitely an honorary member of Wolfcast TV. Always looking forward at the Wolfcast games with a smile all the time. Really appreciate all your help that night. But we still have more to come up. We have episode 2, and in episode 2 we have interviews with Reni Maitua. We also have the big boy Darcy Lussick, the intimidating Adam Higson, and we also have a couple of special guests in the form of 2 members of the Wolfpack Pack. You can't talk anything about Toronto Wolfpack these days without those guys in the onesies, right? So we have them on as well. Should be another fantastic episode. Look out for it. I hope you enjoy it and have a great night. Take care.